Stop scrolling, take a deep breath. This message was encoded into the quantum field specifically for you to be observed at this exact moment. What if I told you that the emptiness you feel from a recent loss, the job, the relationship, the opportunity, the object, is actually the most fertile ground for creation you have ever possessed? This isn't about positive thinking, this is about the fundamental mechanics of your reality. We are going to decode the phenomenon of quantum sacrifice. By the end of this transmission, you will not only understand why this loss had to happen, you will learn how to consciously use this sacred void to manifest what is truly meant for you. Have you ever lost something, only to have something unexpectedly better appear in its place? Let me know in the comments below. Before we proceed, you must recalibrate your understanding of the world. Forget what you've been taught. Reality is not a fixed, solid stage on which you are merely an actor. Imagine instead a vast, infinite ocean of pure potential, an intelligent, shimmering sea of energy containing every possible outcome, every possible reality, all existing simultaneously as waves of probability. This is the quantum field, and you are not separate from it. Your consciousness is the focal point through which this field experiences itself. Your attention is not a passive lens, it is a creative force. It is the very instrument that collapses those infinite waves of probability into the single, tangible experience you call your life. This is the true meaning of the observer effect. You are not just seeing reality, you are creating it with every single thought, feeling, and belief you hold. Let's begin by dismantling the first great illusion, the illusion of ownership. The human mind is conditioned to believe it possesses things, my job, my partner, my money, my home. But from a quantum perspective, you own nothing. You are simply a conduit for energy and experience. These things you call yours are temporary energetic patterns that your consciousness has attracted into its field for a specific period of learning and growth. To lose something is not to have it taken away from you. It is simply a signal that the energetic contract with that particular experience has come to completion. The frequency it held is no longer a match for the frequency your soul is evolving into. The pain of loss comes from the ego's attachment to the form, failing to see the perfection in the energetic shift that is taking place. This is the first step, realizing that nothing is ever truly lost, it is only ever transformed or released. Now consider a fundamental law of the cosmos, one that echoes from physics to metaphysics. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only change form. The energy signature of the thing you lost, the love from the relationship, the security from the job, the joy from the object, it has not vanished from the universe. It is impossible for it to do so. That energy has simply been released from its old container. It has been returned to the quantum field as raw, unmanifested potential. Think of it as a cosmic recycling program. The universe has reclaimed the building blocks of your past reality to give you the materials to construct your future one. The critical error most people make is focusing their observation on the empty space, on the broken container, thereby instructing the universe to manifest more emptiness. The secret is to feel the presence of that raw, creative energy that has been liberated and to know it is now available for a new, higher purpose. There is another profound principle at play here. The universe abhors a vacuum. In the quantum realm, a true void cannot exist for long. It is a space of immense potential and pressure, begging to be filled. When you experience a significant loss, you create a powerful, energetic vacuum in your life. This is not a passive emptiness, it is an active, magnetic vortex. The quantum field immediately senses this void and rushes to fill it. What it fills it with, however, is determined entirely by you, the observer. Your dominant vibrational frequency in the moments and days following the loss acts as the blueprint. If you hold the frequency of despair, grief, and lack, you are instructing the field to fill the vacuum with more circumstances that will create those same feelings. This is why people often get trapped in cycles of loss. But if you can hold a frequency of trust, of anticipation, of gratitude for the space that has been created, you command the universe to fill that void with something of a much higher, more beautiful vibration. What if this loss was not an accident? What if it wasn't a punishment or a random stroke of bad luck? I want you to consider that this event was a strategic move orchestrated by the highest, wisest part of yourself. Your higher self, your soul, sees your life from a perspective beyond time and space. It knows your ultimate path and purpose. Sometimes the ego mind becomes so attached to a situation that is limiting your growth, a comfortable but soul-crushing job, a familiar but toxic relationship that it refuses to let go. In these moments, your higher self will conspire with the universe to remove the obstacle. It feels like a painful loss from your limited perspective, but from a higher view, it is a profound act of love. It is your own soul breaking the chains that you were unwilling to break yourself. The loss was a rescue mission. It was a liberation you didn't know you needed, designed to force you onto the path of your true destiny. Now let's talk about the immense power contained within the emotion of loss itself. The deep ache, the grief, the anger, the fear, these are not your enemies. Do not suppress them. Do not numb them. These intense emotions are pure, raw, creative energy. They are high-voltage fuel for manifestation. Most people waste this fuel by directing it backwards, replaying the past, focusing on what's gone. This is like pointing a rocket engine at the ground. It creates a lot of noise and chaos, but goes nowhere. The true spiritual master learns to feel these emotions fully, to honor their presence without judgment, and then to consciously pivot. You acknowledge the pain, you thank it for the energy it has brought you, and then you deliberately redirect that powerful current of emotion forward towards the vision of what you wish to create. You use the force of the wave of grief to propel you toward the shore of your new reality. The emotion is the fuel, your vision is the destination. This is how you consciously harness that emotional fuel. First, allow yourself to feel. Sit with the pain. Let it move through you without resistance. Don't label it bad or wrong. It is simply energy in motion. As you observe it, you will notice you are not the emotion. You are the awareness that is watching the emotion. This creates a space. In that space lies your power. Once the initial intensity subsides, ask yourself a new question. Instead of asking, "Why did I lose this?" ask, "What does the energy of this feeling want to become?" If it's the pain of loneliness, perhaps that energy wants to become deep, authentic connection. If it's the fear of financial insecurity, perhaps that energy wants to become sovereign abundance. You are not fighting the feeling, you are acting as a spiritual alchemist, transmuting the lead of grief into the gold of creation. You are giving the energy a new direction, a new purpose, a new command. To understand this more deeply, you must grasp the concept of energetic placeholders. Everything in your current reality, your job, your home, your relationships, is a placeholder. Each one occupies a specific frequency band within your energetic field. Think of your life as a bookshelf. You might have a book on that shelf that you've outgrown. It's taking up space. To make room for a new, more expansive book, the old one must first be removed. The thing you lost was an energetic placeholder. It was occupying a vibrational slot in your life that was preventing something of a higher frequency from docking with your reality. The universe could not deliver your upgrade while the old model was still parked in the driveway. The removal of the placeholder, while initially jarring, is a necessary and exciting sign that your order for a new reality has been processed and is preparing for delivery. Let's make this tangible with a common example: the loss of a job. From the ego's perspective, this is a catastrophe. It represents a loss of security, identity, and income. The immediate reaction is fear and panic. This is focusing on the empty space on the shelf. But from a quantum perspective, a placeholder has been removed. That job, perhaps one you secretly disliked or had outgrown, was holding the frequency of just enough or stagnation in your life. Its removal creates a vacuum. Your higher self has intervened, declaring, "You are ready for more. You are ready for a career that aligns with your soul's purpose, not just your survival needs." The emptiness you feel is not a lack of a job. It is the presence of an opportunity. It is a clean slate upon which you can now project the frequency of your dream career, one of passion, abundance, and fulfillment. The universe didn't take your job, it cleared your path. Now consider one of the most painful placeholders: the end of a relationship. The heartbreak can feel all-consuming, but again, you must look beyond the form. That relationship was a placeholder for a certain frequency of love and connection. Perhaps it was a frequency of codependency, of conditional love, or of settling for less than you deserve. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, knows you are ready to experience a higher frequency of love, one based on freedom, sovereignty, and unconditional acceptance, starting with yourself. The relationship had to end because the energetic contract was complete. The lessons were learned. To remain would be to stagnate. The universe, in its compassion, removed the placeholder to make room for a love that truly matches the magnificent being you are becoming. The pain you feel is the tearing away of an old identity. The space it leaves is the fertile ground for true, unconditional love to finally take root. Here is where the observer effect becomes your ultimate tool or your greatest trap. After a loss, the natural human tendency is to focus the lens of your consciousness on what is gone. You replay memories. You lament the emptiness. You observe the lack. And because the quantum field is a mirror that must reflect your point of observation, it dutifully materializes more evidence of lack, more bills you can't pay, more feelings of loneliness, more missed opportunities. You are collapsing the wave of probability called lack over and over again. The shift required is profound, yet simple. You must consciously and deliberately withdraw your attention from the void's past occupant and place it on the void's infinite potential. You must start observing the reality you wish to inhabit. Instead of seeing an empty bank account, you must see a channel for infinite abundance that has just been cleared of an old blockage. It's a choice of where you point the flashlight of your awareness. So, what is a quantum sacrifice? Let's define it clearly. It is a sacred agreement between your consciousness and the unified field. It is the voluntary or involuntary release of a known, manifested reality in exchange for access to a higher order of unmanifested potential. It is sacred because it is an act of trust. You are sacrificing your attachment to a predictable present for an unpredictable but far grander future. Sometimes this sacrifice is conscious. You choose to leave the job or the relationship, but often it is subconscious. Your higher self makes the choice and your ego self experiences it as a painful external event. But the mechanics are the same. You have offered something of value to the cosmic altar. You have given up a piece of your defined reality. In doing so, you have proven to the universe that you are ready for a new level of the game. You've placed your bet on the unseen, and the universe always rewards such faith. Let's visualize the physics of this sacred exchange. Imagine the thing you lost as a stable particle in the quantum soup of your life. It has a specific mass, charge, and spin, a defined, energetic signature. Now imagine your desire for something more, for something greater, as its corresponding antiparticle. For a new reality to be born, the old one must be annihilated. When your higher self determines it is time, it brings this particle and antiparticle together. They collide. From the outside, this looks like a destructive event, a loss. But at the quantum level, it is a moment of pure creation. The old form and the old desire cancel each other out, and in their place, there is a burst of pure, high-frequency light, a release of raw, creative energy. This energy is the seed of your new reality. The loss wasn't a death, it was a cosmic particle collision that has just funded the birth of a new world, your new world. In the wake of this energetic event, the universe will begin to speak to you. You must learn its language. The language of the quantum field is not words, it is synchronicity. After a significant loss, once the initial emotional storm begins to calm, pay hyper-vigilant attention. You will start seeing repeating number sequences, 111, 444. You will overhear a conversation from strangers that contains the exact answer to a question you just asked internally. You'll see a symbol or an animal that has deep personal meaning appear in an unusual place. These are not coincidences, these are breadcrumbs. They are winks from the universe confirming that your sacrifice has been received. They are signposts guiding you on the path toward the new manifestation that is currently making its way to you from the realm of potential into the realm of the physical. Follow these signs, they are your map through the void. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving your universal upgrade is the act of clinging. Clinging is the ego's desperate attempt to hold on to the old energetic placeholder. It manifests as regret, as replaying what-if scenarios, as trying to get the old job or the old partner back. Energetically, this is like trying to glue the shattered pieces of the old container back together, while the universe is trying to hand you a new golden chalice. When you cling, you are sending a powerful contradictory signal to the quantum field. You are saying, "Thank you for the space, but I don't trust it. I prefer the familiar limitation of what was." You are essentially cancelling your order. The energy that was rushing in to fill the vacuum slows down, confused by your mixed signals. Letting go is not a passive act of surrender. It is an active, powerful declaration of trust. It is the signal that you are ready and willing to receive. The actual moment of letting go is the key that turns the lock of manifestation. It is a distinct, palpable energetic shift within your being. It's the moment when you move from intellectual understanding to a deep, cellular knowing. It's the sigh of release when you finally, truly accept that what is gone, and you turn your face toward the future with genuine, open curiosity. In that instant, your energetic signature changes. The frequency of resistance drops away and is replaced by the frequency of allowance. This is the moment that the observer, you, collapses a new wave of probability. You have stopped observing the past, and you have fully committed your observational power to the potential of the future. This internal shift is the cause, the external manifestation is the effect. The universe was simply waiting for you to give it the unequivocal green light. And that green light is the feeling of true, peaceful release. This leads us to the most challenging phase of the process: trusting the void. The period of time between the loss and the arrival of the new manifestation is the ultimate test of faith. It can feel empty, uncertain, and frightening. This is the quantum gestation period. The seed of your new reality has been planted in the fertile darkness of the unknown, and it requires time and trust to grow. During this in-between phase, your ego will scream for certainty. It will demand proof. It will tempt you to fill the void with distractions or with a lesser replacement just to alleviate the discomfort of the emptiness. You must resist. You must learn to become comfortable in the mystery. You must treat this void not as an absence, but as a sacred womb where your future is being lovingly crafted. Trusting the void means knowing that even when you see no evidence of it, the creative process is unfolding perfectly behind the scenes. So, how do you navigate this sacred in-between space? The key is to shift your focus from the what to the how it feels. Stop trying to micromanage the universe. Stop trying to figure out the form your new manifestation will take. The how and the what are not your department. They are the universe's. Your only job is to cultivate the feeling state of the desired reality as if it were already here. If you desire a new relationship, don't focus on a specific person. Instead, meditate on the feeling of being cherished, understood, and adored. If you desire abundance, don't obsess over a specific amount of money. Instead, cultivate the feeling of freedom, security, and generosity. You are tuning your own energetic frequency. You are becoming a vibrational match to the reality you desire. By holding the feeling, you become a powerful magnetic beacon, drawing the perfect form to you effortlessly. Herein lies the great paradox of desire. The more desperately you need something to fill the void, the more you are broadcasting the frequency of lack, which pushes your desire away. True manifestation happens not from a place of neediness, but from a place of wholeness. The goal is to reach a state of peace with the void itself, to understand that the emptiness is not empty at all. It is full of potential. It is full of the presence of the quantum field. When you can sit in the uncertainty and feel whole, complete, and joyful for no reason at all, you have mastered the game. You have detached from the outcome. You are no longer creating from a place of, I need this to be happy. You are creating from a place of, I am already happy, and from this state of joy I choose to create this experience. This detachment is the ultimate signal of trust, and it accelerates the manifestation process exponentially. Remember, this is a co-creation. It is a divine partnership between you and the universe. The quantum sacrifice was your part of the bargain, your willingness to endure the temporary discomfort of the void, your courage to let go of the familiar, your discipline to hold a new frequency. That was your offering. You held up your end of the deal. Now you must allow the universe to hold up its end. The field, in its infinite intelligence, is orchestrating a symphony of events, people, and opportunities to deliver to you a manifestation that is far more perfect, intricate, and beautiful than anything your limited ego mind could have conceived. Your job now is to receive, be open, say yes to unexpected invitations, follow your intuition. The universe is trying to deliver your package, but you have to be home to open the door. You have done the work. Now allow yourself to be blessed. And this leads to the ultimate, most profound realization of all. The thing you lost, the job, the money, the person, was never, ever the true source of your security, your abundance, or your love. It was only ever a symbol. It was a mirror reflecting the security, abundance, and love that was already dormant within you. The loss did not take anything from you. It simply shattered the mirror, forcing you to turn your gaze inward and find the true, inexhaustible source. The job wasn't the source of security. Your connection to the infinite field is. The person wasn't the source of love. Your own divine heart is. The purpose of the quantum sacrifice in the end is to break your dependency on the external world and guide you home to the unshakable truth of your own creative power. You didn't lose a piece of your reality. You were gifted an opportunity to realize that you are reality itself. You see now, don't you? The universe never takes anything from you without the sacred intention of giving you something better. That loss was not the end of a story. It was the clearing of the stage for your true masterpiece to begin. You did not lose a piece of your world. You offered it to the quantum field as a seed, and in return, the field is now offering you an entire new garden. Remember this truth: every ending is a quantum transaction, a sacred sacrifice of the known for the magnificent, glorious unknown. You are the observer, and the void you now face is the most powerful canvas you will ever have. Thank you for allowing this truth to find you. If this resonated deep within your soul, subscribe and activate the bell so you never miss the signs from the universe. To anchor this profound understanding into your being, go to the comments right now and write with intention: I am the creator of my reality. And now I have a question for you. What have you recently let go of, and what new, beautiful potential do you now feel opening up in the space it left behind? Share your journey below. Your story could be the sign someone else has been waiting for.